Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to English second class. Today we will learn English second. Okay. Today we are going to learn a poem written by Sarojini Naidu. You know that most of the poems of Sarojini Naidu reflects Indian culture and civilization. She wanted to glorify Indian culture, so she has written a number of poems, and the theme of every lessons are, or every poems are related to the Indian culture, because she tells that it is the most beautiful culture in the world. So you know that she lived in the age of, or when the people were educating for freedom. She was also participated in freedom movement. So definitely she argues for the culture of India. In those days, you know that there were Swaraj movement. Also the people educated, the people who participated in the freedom struggle thought that they need Indian articles instead of importing British articles to India. Indian articles which are made with our handmade articles we will use. And here in this particular poem, the poetess is glorifying Indian culture. Okay, we'll come to the author. Page number 30. The details of the author is given. Sarojini Naidu, known as the Nightingale of India, was a prominent figure in the Indian independence movement. Her poems describe the beauty she saw in the people and things around her, including markets, bazaars, festivals, traditions, myths, and legends. They also have a musical quality which makes them enjoyable to recite or listen to. This poem is about wandering singers who once used to go in small groups from village to village and town to town in India, playing their instruments and singing songs about heroic deeds and battles, as well as passionate love and great tragedy. Their songs constituted a rich store of folk literature full of legends and myths about the past. Okay, please listen, we'll discuss it. She is known as the Nightingale of India, and she was a prominent figure in the Indian independence movement. Indian independence movement, she participated along with Gandhiji. Her poems describe the beauty she saw in the people and things around her, including markets, bazaars, festivals, traditions, etc. If you go on studying about her poems, or if you refer some of the works written by Sarojini Naidu, definitely you will be coming across with these topics like bazaars, markets, festivals. Okay, all these attracted her, and she wanted to say to the people, or convey to the people, that India has a great culture. Definitely this literature is one of the mediums to communicate people. In those days, you know that there was no other facilities like telephone, or no conference was there, but with the available medium, that is, writing is a powerful medium of communication. So she wrote poems or other works in which she glorified Indian culture. She conveyed the message that India has to give to the people. Okay, and she was really the spirit of, or the soul of, India. They also have a musical quality which makes them enjoyable to recite or listen to. And when she wrote this, it had musical quality. Since she was a Nightingale of India, she herself wrote the poems which can be sung easily. This poem is about wandering singers who once used to go in small groups from village to village and town to town in India, playing their instruments and singing songs about heroic deeds and battles as well as passionate love and great tragedy. Okay, and in those days, there were a number of people, especially if you have witnessed or if you have a train journey, you must have witnessed some of the singers who comes to the platforms and they will be singing with their, sometimes they'll have the music help of the musical instruments, otherwise they will sing without the help of it, but their songs are very beautiful, isn't it? If you have witnessed. Okay, in such a way, there were nomadic people who went away from one place to another singing songs. They were very happy. Okay, because they were not settled in a place. If we are settled in a place, definitely we will be attracted to that place, and it is very difficult for us to move from there. But these people, definitely they did not have any attachment to any of the places. Today they will be singing in Tiruvallumala, next day Pambadi, or they will be moving, going on. This is every day they will be in any place. So definitely there were no place to stay, or they did not wait in a place for waiting someone, because they had no one, they were not attached to a place. So she glorifies these singers who may not have been attracted by others, but definitely she glorifies it, and she tells that this playing their instruments, they sang playing their instruments and singing songs about heroic deeds. Their topics of song were heroic deeds and battles, as well as passionate love and great tragedy. Okay, and their songs constituted a rich store of folk literature, full of legends and myths about the past. Okay, even though they sang these songs, and that is may not have written, may not be written somewhere, but this is all orally transmitted. These songs, these folk songs are orally transmitted, and I think you all are familiar to or folk songs, in which there will be a story. Sometimes they'll be telling about the culture, but they will glorify the culture, the particular culture in which they are living. Okay, here their topics are also related to the lives, the battles, heroic deeds, tragedies, or passionate love, etc. They conveyed it through their songs. I think that you will be familiar with our late Kalabo and Mani's songs, folk songs. It's very nice to hear. We'll be happy to listen to those types of songs. Okay, with that, let's come to the poem Wandering Singers, Lesson 3. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet through echoing forest and echoing street, with the lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are our kindred, the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed, the laughter and beauty of women long dead, the sword of all the battles, the crown of all the kings, and happy and simple and sorrowful things. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. No love bids us tarry, no joy bids us wait. The voice of the wind is voice of our fate. Okay, it's very simple poem. You must have understood when we read it itself. Okay, we will discuss. We will explain the poem. Where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet through echoing forest and echoing street, Okay, and through which places these wandering singers move? They will be going to any place where the voice of the wind calls. Do you know that this wind is also wandering? It doesn't have a proper place to stay. It will start from some direction and it will move on. So there is no proper destination or proper place of starting or proper place of staying for the wind. In the similar way, these wandering singers are also moving just like the voice of the wind. Wherever the wind calls, they move, and it will be moving wherever it wishes. Okay, so they are moving as the wind calls with their wandering feet. They do not have a feet which is very stick to a place, isn't it? They are always moving. They are wandering. So their feet are called here as wandering. And toward they move through echoing forest and echoing street. What is echoing forest and echoing street? We keep singing whether we are passing through a forest or street, and our songs echo through these places. Definitely, if you go to a forest, especially if it is a pine forest, definitely you can hear the echoes. If you call out, your voice itself will be reflecting, so that sometimes you will be afraid. Okay, when these singers move or go through the forest, when they sing, their voice is echoed in the forest and in the street. When they move on, it is echoed in the forest and streets. With lutes in our hands. Have you seen the musical instruments lute? Okay, this helps them to sing songs. Okay, you see the lute in the picture. With lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. Okay, continuously we sing. We don't pause somewhere, and we have a musical instrument in our hand, and we sing forever, and we roam. Roam. What is the meaning of roam? Wander. Okay, sometimes you might have heard this word when we talk about the fawn. Okay, the fawn is roaming. If you are earlier when you were away from the state, the phone will give you a message you are roaming, so your calls will be having extra charge even if you have an offer. Okay, so roam means wander. With lutes in our hands, ever singing we roam. All men are our kindred. Okay, that means we are not attached to a particular place. We don't have a particular village. We don't have a particular family. Okay, that means we go to every place, we go to every families, we go to every street, we go to every forest. So we are not attached to a place. So the full world is our family. Kindred means family and the members of the family, and everyone in the world is our companions, our relatives, our family members. The world itself is our family. The world is our home. Okay, they say that we don't have any home for our own, but the world is our home. Our lays are of cities whose lustre is shed. What is the meaning of lays? Meaning is given here. This is old usage for songs. Okay, our songs are of cities. What is the topic of our songs? Even though it is a folk song, there are certain themes or topics for the songs. So our lays, the theme of our songs, are of cities. We sing about cities whose lustre is shed. Okay, meaning is given here. Cities which were once great and famous, but not anymore. We sing about cities which have lost its glory, especially all the Indian cities. lost its value or glory with the arrival of the British. So it was famous for a lot of things, especially spices and other Indian goods. But once British or Britain started to import their goods to India, our cities gradually lost its glory, its importance. So here our lays are of cities whose luster is shed. Okay, that means once these cities were famous for many things, but it lost its famous or fame or glory. And we sing of those cities, the laughter and beauty of women long dead. Okay, also we sing about women, and beauty of women. That is one of the topics of our song. The laughter, the happiness, and beauty of women long dead. Long dead means already they have dead. We sing about those women, and we sing about their beauties once they were here on this earth and now they are no more. We sing about them. The sword of all the battles. The other topic is of battles. One of the topics of our song is of battles. The crown of all the kings. Okay, also we talk about the great kings. There were a number of kings. India is known for a lot of kings. So we also we sing about kings, crown of kings, and happy and simple and sorrowful things. We talk about each and every subject. Okay, we have a lot of topics. Happy topics are there, simple topics are there, sorrowful things. So we don't have any particular topic. We sing about each and every subject. Each and every subject is important to us. Which are the topics mentioned in this particular stanza? One is about cities. The next one is about the beauty and laughter of women, and about all the battles, about kings, and happy and simple and sorrowful things of everything. Okay. And last stanza. What hope shall we gather? What dreams shall we sow? Okay, and we are singing, and here they are asking, the speaker is asking, or the singers are asking, what hope shall we gather? What is the hope that is waiting for us? What dreams shall we sow? What is the meaning of sow? Place seeds in the earth so that they can grow into plants. The singers are wondering what dreams they may begin to dream that can possibly come true. They do not know whether they can dream something because the situation is very terrible for India. So they do not know what dreams they will have. Okay, and if they or if they dream, is there any consequence? Is there any result out of this dream? They do not know whether they can fulfill their dreams. So they are asking, what dreams shall we sow? Where the wind calls our wandering footsteps we go. Okay, we are not not thinking about the dreams that is to be fulfilled. Okay, and we are not thinking about the hope which we have instead. We go everywhere where the wind calls. You know that wind, everywhere there is wind. You cannot be away from wind. In such a way, these people are also will be moving to every place. They will be moving just like the wind which is moving everywhere. They move everywhere. They are moving, they are wandering with their footsteps. No love bids us tarry. Okay, sometimes if we are asked to go from a particular spot, we'll be crying. If I ask you to, sometimes we have our parents will be getting transfer. Then what we will do? Be crying because we have a lot of friends there, and also relatives are there, neighbors are there, teachers, certain teachers will be attached to you. So it's very difficult to change the school as well as the place which we live, isn't it? Automatically we will be troubled if we are asked to move from a place. But here they are telling that no love bids us tarry. Okay, that means no love relations, or no relations, no bond is um, prohibiting them to move. No one is waiting for them because they are not in a particular spot. Today they will be somewhere, the next day they will be in some other place. So nothing is waiting for them. No one is waiting for them. No love is waiting for them. So they can move very easily. No joy bids us wait. Okay. No happiness. They are happy. Every moment they are happy because they are not attached to any place. If we are attached to a particular place, particular property, particular things, definitely we will be losing our happiness. For example, if we are more thinking about achieving property, then what will happen? Our happiness will be losing. Okay, gradually it will be lost. So the thing is, if you want to be happy, you should be free from the worldly possessions, so that you can enjoy freedom, happiness, joy. Okay, and no joy bids us wait. Okay, means we don't have temporary happiness, temporary joy, which makes us to stand in particular places. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. Okay, so the wind, the voice of the wind, it just like the voice of the wind, we move on, we carry on our traveling, our journey. Life is a journey, so they move on according to without listening to anything of the situations of the surroundings, they move on. Okay, this is a song of wandering singers. Okay, I think that it's clear. There are certain, if you look closely this poem, you can see that there are rhyming lines. Rhyming lines, how to find out? At the end of the each line, see what word is used each line, and if it has some similarity with the next or any other lines, then we can say that there are rhyming lines. Here you see the first line ends with feet, second line street, feet, street, rhyming words. Roam, home, shed, dead, kings, things, so go, wait, fate. Okay, so all the lines have rhyming words. Okay, so the lines, the pattern, like the two lines or the couplet rhyming together. Okay, also there are usages like there is repetition. For example, the wind, the voice of the wind, it is repeated many times. When something is repeated, it means it is emphasizing, giving more importance. So the wandering singers are telling that they are moving according to the voice of the wind, just like the voice of the wind. They are just like wandering, just like the wind. So here is given, repetition is given here. Okay, also see the first line, where the voice of the wind calls our watching feet. See the beginning of each words, W, wind, where, 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 wind, wandering in the first line. When the same consonant sound is repeated at the beginning of a word in lines, in a line, that is called alliteration. Alliteration, that is a figure of speech, and in this particular poem, alliteration, this is an example where the voice of the wind calls our wandering feet, where, wind, wandering, etc. So please find out other alliterated lines also. Okay, with this we wind up. Uh, Please read it, study it. It's very easy. Okay. Also, it tells something about our culture, so it's very important for Indian culture. Please learn it well.